What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Blab. I appreciate you stopping by. Without further ado, let's blab. So, today we have to talk about the products for Phantasmal Flames being loaded into the Pokemon Center. What that means essentially is that the products on the back end of the website have been, put into the system so that they are ready for a drop. This is the same thing that happened last week. And prior to the drop actually occurring for the public, somehow these cook teams or cook groups or master entrepreneur arbitrage mindset alphas were able to get into the back end and secure the product. It is my understanding that the statement that Pokemon Center put out was not actually a statement from Pokemon Center, and it does seem like people that were reporting on that may have just got that wrong, may have been duped or bamboozled. Instead of taking that video down, again, when I make videos, I like to timestamp my time in the hobby, so I'm going to leave that up for myself, something to learn from, something to get more information on. Obviously, getting multiple sources is a good thing to do. Before I move on, shout out to PokeNotify. I know, very controversial. I do not use PokeNotify. I'm not sponsored by PokeNotify. I simply like the layout of their Instagram posts. I think they're done well. I think generally PokeNotify has pretty good information. Every now and then they get something wrong, just like everybody on the world always. Sometimes they get things wrong. Um, so, what do I think? I expected this to kind of happen where it was going to be like a full week delay. I don't think that will have any effect on the actual release date of the product. And I think that Pokemon, for all of the backlash they're getting, one of the things that they do well is they do these pre-orders so far in advance that if they have to do a week delay, a 2 week delay, a month delay, even, I don't think that would really affect them in terms of the actual release date. So it does seem like this product, because it's loaded into the back end of the site, will release in the next 1 to 3 days or so. I expect it to probably happen on Tuesday because it was supposed to happen last Tuesday before the fiasco. The products, as you can see on the screen, are the booster bundle, the booster box, the ETB. The single blisters are not loaded, and the 3 packs are not loaded either. So we're just looking at the booster box, booster bundle, and the Pokemon Center ETB. If I was to go after one of these products, it's very close between the ETB and the booster box. I know everybody's, oh, the PC ETB is this, the PC ETB is that. Uh, I really like it because I like Charizard. I think it's a beautiful box design. But at the end of the day, we don't even have confirmed cards, or maybe we have a couple, but we don't have like the set confirmed. So the idea of buying this product based on the cards is not really there. I have also said in the past that the Phantasmal Flames booster box, while it is getting hyped up by so many people, oh, it looks so good, blah, 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 I think it looks very similar to the MEO1 box, the box that we have coming out in a couple of weeks, the first base set of Mega Evolutions. So while it does look very similar, it still has Gengar, still has Charizard X, Mega X, and it also doesn't have Terra Crowns on it. So I do think it looks good. I just think the ETB looks fantastic. I really, really like it. So that is what I will be going after first. Funny Blab, actually, when the drop happened for Mega Evolutions 01, the first product I saw was the booster box. I added it to cart and I checked out, totally disregarding the fact that there was also ETBs. I probably would have had enough time to click that as well, but we also know when you're clicking around on Pokemon Center during a release, you're always at risk to just get booted from the site because they think you're a bot. And that brings me into the next thing. I don't think Pokemon really probably did anything that I can see right now to combat bots. Maybe on release, we'll see some sort of new technique that Pokemon Center is using to somehow do something with the bots. If you're hearing me right now, yes, I am a little bit sick. My nose is a little bit stuffed. It is what it is. We still got to pump out the content. We're watching the NFL. We're looking at Pokemon content. What could be a better Sunday? Um, yeah, so at the end of the day, this seems to be coming out probably Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I'm going to put my cards on it's going to be Tuesday from that, 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. to like 4 p.m. Eastern time, somewhere in that range. So am I looking forward to this? Yes. Do I think it's going to be a total mess when it releases? Probably yes. Also, I did say in the previous a couple videos back that maybe because it's not as expected, like the drop time, everyone was lining it up 72, 73 days out from the release, yada yada. I did also say as soon as these get loaded into the back end of the site, pretty much everybody's going to know about it. So it looks to be that it is going to be just as much of a mess as any of the most recent releases. So we'll see how that happens and how that goes. Other than that, there's not much new information. Again, shout out to PokeNotify for making this post. Again, not sponsored, not part of PokeNotify. I don't use their service, yada, yada, yada. But I think they are pretty plugged into making posts. And I also like the way that they're laid out. So if that offends you, that's actually hilarious. Dudes that get offended by Pokemon Center, dudes that get offended by PokeNotify, people that block people, block PokeNotify, PokeNotify blocked. I mean, it's just it's comical at this point. Like I don't know, not much more to say on that, but shout out to everybody that is watching my videos, getting in on the ground floor of Blab. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what product you're going after in this drop, and I'll see you guys in the next video.